Can you imagine getting a house without applying for a bank loan, where you don't have to go through an extensive process for your income, requiring high credit score, what asset do you have, or even how long is the down payment been sitting in your own bank account? And that's what we call owner-to-owner finance property, where you buy a property without applying for a bank loan. Hey everyone, this is Waleed Yousif with Sunbelt. We're an investment company here in the Valley, and we buy and sell investment property, rent, fix and flip, and also we sell owner-to-owner finance property. In today's video, I want to share with you what are the qualifications that we use when we sell one of our investment properties as owner-to-owner finance property. And I want to share with you that so you would know how to qualify, or you have an idea basically about the qualification for owner-to-owner finance property, where you purchase the property without having to go through the bank process. Now, you want to keep in mind this is our qualification as recording of this video. This qualification could change or could be modified. Also, different owners might have different qualifications. Let's just say if you go and look for owner-to-owner finance properties with a different owner, they might have different qualifications. So what I'm going to share with you today is really the qualification that we use here in our company. Now first, what is owner-to-owner finance property? It's basically the seller of the property finance the purchase to the buyer. So basically, if we do illustrate that, let's just say we have a house here, right? And the price is $250 for that. Then basically the seller finance the purchase to the buyer. So here we have the buyer and finance basically the purchase using the promissory note, where we have all the basically the terms for the financing, like the long of the term, the interest rate, all that will be in the promissory note. Now before we go through the qualification for owner-to-owner finance property, I want to go with you who are the people who fit best, right? People who applied to us to purchase property as owner-to-owner finance property. So those are the people that we see mainly apply for those properties. So one would be an average median income. They have just average median income and they're looking for their next home. A business owner or self-employed, we can see that really it gets really hard to get qualified with traditional financing. If, let's just say if they are 1099 self-employed, it gets really difficult because they may have good income on one month and they could have different income in another month, and that basically fluctuate between month and month. So that's where the bank usually don't qualify those for a bank loan, right? Also W-2, just regular employee who are also looking for their next home to move into. Or people that they've already tried. They try to go through the bank financing, the traditional way to get financing. However, for some reason the bank disqualified them from purchasing that property, or disqualified them from getting that loan to basically purchase the property that they were looking for. Also, people who have good sized down payment, they're looking to put that down payment into their new home to purchase. Currently renting, let's say people who are currently renting and they wanted to upgrade to move to the ownership, so they're looking for property as ownership instead of renting. There are also other criteria too that people apply for owner-to-owner finance property, but those are really the main ones who look for owner-to-owner finance property with us. So these are the qualifications that we use when we sell owner-to-owner finance properties. Again, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, This is our qualification as a recording of this video. That could change, could be modified as well, and also that could change from owner to owner. And for us, these are the terms that we use. These are the qualifications that we look into when we sell property as owner to owner finance. Now the first one is the income, right? So this is really important to know what's your income, right? What's the income that you have, let's just say a month or a year. So we would want it to see and qualify if that could qualify for the property that we are selling. Also, like, what type of that income? Is it long-term? Is it seasonal? Is it self-employed? It's business. So what type of income that is? So we wanted to know to see if that you will fit that criteria to purchase that property. So that helps us to first see that if you're qualified for that specific property that you're looking for, or again, we may have different property. Let's just say if you have lower income than what we were looking for, then we may have different property that could fit you as the income that you have. Another qualification is the down payment, and this is perhaps the most important factor in the qualification, because when we purchase those properties, we buy them in as-is condition, we fix them up, we put investment into them, so bring them to current standards where it's livable, ready to move in. So the down payment really allows us to get some of our investment money that we put into the property, so we can also help other families with the other properties. So this is really important. The down payment, it makes it really good qualification if people have the down payment that we are asking for that specific property. And another good qualification is the affordable of the monthly payment. If you as a buyer can afford that monthly payment. Now there is basically the PITI, the principal, interest, insurance. There's also escrow fees. Now we got to keep in mind too that taxes and insurance, they're always increasing, so we want to make sure that you get qualified that for the monthly that you can afford. And if you can't afford that monthly payment, then again, we would have to adjust it to see what we can do, how we can help you with basically the financing, or to find maybe a better fit for you that can fit your monthly budget, what you're looking for into housing. Again, the payment for the monthly, it does include the PITI, which is principal and interest, and also taxes and insurance, and also escrow fees as well. So we have to account for the whole thing, and we have to project as well that these numbers, specifically for taxes and insurance, they're all every year they get increased. They could also decrease as well, but for the most part they get increased year over year. So we want to make sure that you can afford that monthly payment, not just that current month, not next 6 months, but also we're looking as a long term, because these are a long-term loan that could be 30, 35, 40 years. So we want to make sure that as a long-term you can afford those monthly payments. Also, we want to know the location, right? We don't have many owner-to-owner finance properties, so we have just selected couple of them in different cities. So we want to make sure and see what city or where the location that you are looking for. So one, if we have it, so that would be great, you get qualified for that in that specific location. If not, then we will have your records. So basically for a future one, when we come across one, we will reach out to you. So we would want it to first see and qualify if the location would fit you. If it doesn't, that's fine. We'll have possibly another property in the area that you're looking to purchase. Same for the type of property, like what type of property that you're looking for. Are you looking for 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a big lot, 1-acre lot, 5-acre lot, condo? So what type of property that you're looking for. That way we know that fit you best, and that where we use as a qualification to see for that. So if the property that we have, for example, we had a family that they're looking for 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and the only property that we had at the time, it was only 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So what we did, we got the info, we got their information, what they're looking for, we got the income, the down payment, the monthly payment that they have, the location that they're looking for, and also the type of property. So when we had that property, it fit best for them based on the qualification that they submit to us, and that's when we have reached out to them for the property that we have. And at the time, if they're looking for that property, that great. If it doesn't, that okay too. And for the property that we had, it actually worked perfect because they filled out all the information that we needed. It's just that the type of property, again, it was 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and they were looking more like 3-bedroom or 4 bedrooms, what they were looking for. And as soon as we had one, we had reached out to them and they locked it because they checked all those qualifications. Also, we may check the DTI ratio, right? What is the debt to income ratio? Let's just say if you have other responsibility or other bills that you have to make, or other property that you have to make payment on, or cars. So we wanted to know as well debt to income ratio to see how worthy is the borrower who's looking to owner finance property, because you don't qualify because you may not able to afford the monthly, because your monthly basically goes into other debt that you have. As I said, it could be another home, it could be a car payment, could be credit card payment, student loan, or other than that. So we want to see if we subtract those debt payments, what left would be, can you afford the monthly payment after paying the other debt? Also taking into consideration living expenses, where gas, food, and shelter, all that. So that's basically why we use also the debt to income ratio to qualify the borrower. Lastly, other qualification we might have would be the timeline, the time that you're looking for that property, or the time that you're looking to move to that property, as well as a financing term agreement that we might have on the promissory note, as we explained earlier in this video. So those are basically the qualifications that we look for when we sell one of our investment property as owner-to-owner finance property. Now, if you're interested and if you're looking to purchase owner-to-owner finance property, then feel free to look in the description. I have a link. Fill up the form. You would basically tell us about the income, the down payment, the location, and all that. And we would look into it, see what we're looking to sell, the inventory that we have currently for owner finance property. And if it fit your criteria, if it fit the location, if it fit the type of property that you're looking for, then basically we would reach out to you so we can go over that process. Again, if you could also please like and subscribe to the channel, greatly appreciate it. My name is Waleed Yousif with Sunbelt. Take care.